morning, everyone, and welcome back to day 5 of National Poetry Writing Month. I'm so excited to be with you, and today we are looking at nursery rhymes because these are really cool, and because they're a little bit older, and because we've all heard them in some way or another, and because of the way that they come to be, and the fact that, they spread like wildfire, and they a lot of times have historical significance. Think Ring Around the Rosie. They are a really cool set of poems/songs to look at so that you can continue building your skills throughout the month. One thing to note before we begin, most of these do not have titles that differ from their first line, and most of them do not have attributed authors either. So the first one we're going to look at is a tisket, a tasket. A tisket, a tasket, a green and yellow basket. I wrote a letter to my love, and on the way I dropped it, I dropped it, I dropped it, and on the way I dropped it. A little boy, he picked it up and put it in his pocket. Ba, ba, black sheep. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, and 1 for my dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Hush, little baby. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring turn brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. And if that billy goat don't pull, Papa's gonna buy you a cart and bull. And if that cart and bull turn over, Papa's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. And if that dog named Rover won't bark, Papa's gonna buy you a horse and cart. And if that horse and cart fall down, you'll still be the sweetest baby in all the town. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Hickory Dickory Dock. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down, Hickory Dickory Dock. Or there's an extended version. The clock struck 2, the mouse went boo. The clock struck 3, the mouse went wee. The clock struck 4, the mouse went no more. And then, of course, we have Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when nothing shines upon, when you shower your little light, twinkle, twinkle all the night. Then the traveler in the dark thanks you for your tiny spark. He could not see which way to go if you did not twinkle so. So one of the cool things about nursery rhymes, like I kind of mentioned, a lot of them have a historical significance, even if it's not made abundantly clear. And so I think that's really cool. Another thing about nursery rhymes that's really fun is they have rhyme schemes to them. A lot of times it's A, B, A, B, but they play with all kinds of other ones as well. And so that's a really great way to build your skill of having a limited word choice and having a limited rhythm and rhyme to play with, but how do you say so much with that? So you have 2 different prompt choices for today. One, you can write your own nursery rhyme with the traditional rhyme scheme and the traditional happy, lighthearted tone to it about something that is culturally significant right now, wherever you are. Or 2, you can borrow the theme of the poem, for example, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and you can write your own poem thanking the star. And if you go that route, make sure that you credit, obviously, the original nursery rhyme that you're pulling from, but also you need to credit Ian S. Thomas, because he is at least the first place that I've seen this. He wrote a sci-fi book called Intentional Dissonance in 2015. And in it, there is a version of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star that is pausing the story and giving us backstory about what is about to happen and why it's going to make sense and all these things. And it is the most chilling version of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star that I've ever come across. But this is where I got the idea for the prompt that you can take whichever nursery rhyme you want and borrow its lines and take us somewhere else with it. I also have written a version that is a rewrite of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star that was about mental health, and I wrote that when I was quite young. Also, thanks to Ian S. Thomas and the intentional dissonance. Oh, that means it's older. That means intentional dissonance is older than I think because, yeah, okay. Anyway, so I have a version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star about mental health, and my mother loves it. And while I do appreciate what the poem did for me, obviously I have aged as a writer, aged as a person, and my opinions are a little less subtle now that I realize the importance of mental health, and especially on myself and other creatives. So yeah, pick a nursery rhyme and run with it, or write your own nursery rhyme. And I will see you again tomorrow for another workshop. Bye for now.